Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully, you are enjoying your weekend. Of course, this is Saturday. You all know what that means, but if you're new around here, welcome to OST Saturdays, a weekly roundup marathon where we just kind of rummage through some of the OST that dropped over the course of the last 7 days because OSTs deserve some love and respect as well. So, we've got a list. This is OST Saturday episode number 33. Very exciting times indeed. And unfortunately, this is going to be the last OST Saturday for a little while, mainly because I'm moving next week. Technically, I'm moving Friday, this upcoming Friday, so I won't be here with a setup and internet and recording space and things like that. So it's a bit unfortunate, but real life must, of course, take priority. Well, we have a quite long list to go through today. Let me actually pull up the notepad document that I have set up. Here we go. So we got a little bit Woody. This technically, his song dropped last week, but I saw comments about it, and since this was the last one for a little while, I figured I'd throw you all a bone a little bit, maybe give you a little bit of a treat. So Woody's OST from last week. Then we got Miss Kim Sejeong, who is having a comeback very soon. Very exciting times. Mr. Joohoney 100, who is now currently in the military, but little OST has dropped while he is away. Nvee from BLACKSWAN, very exciting. Haven't heard of BLACKSWAN OST yet. Miss Mijoo, which I think this is her first OST post Lovelyz era. Very exciting. Sir Jeong Sewoon, singer songwriter Jeong Sewoon. Very important to note that. If you watch the Starship Game Caters, you'll understand that reference. And then finishing up with a little bit of Seung. So, if you want to skip ahead to a certain song of your choice, Timeline Below is going to be chapter based off of whatever song we are listening to, so you can jump ahead that way. If you're in it for the long haul like me, welcome aboard. Let's get started. Song number 1. This is Run by Woody for the drama My Lovely Liar. Now, this technically dropped last week. It didn't make it on last week's roundup, but I've seen multiple comments over the course of the past 2 weeks about this. And since, again, I explained earlier, this is the last OST Saturday for a little while, I figured I would throw in an extra side dish for you. So here we are. Woody's Run. Very interesting in terms of like names. We've had Woods with a Z. We've had Woody with a Y. Pretty soon we're going to get a Wood X. And that's my dad joke of the week. Thank you all for watching. But this is a new artist that I've never heard of before, like both in music and by name. So this is going to be a lot of fun, regardless. And My Lovely Liar is a show that, one, will be making an appearance later today as well, but two, has been received very well on social media. I've seen only good things about it, so maybe I may have to watch this at some point. But anyways, enough stalling, here we go. I'm hoping copyright is going to be friendly today. Love the clean two-part guitar. The beat is chugging a little bit. Is that a James Milner Liverpool jersey? I'm gonna go back and check that later. Oh, the drop doesn't come exactly where I imagined it'd be. Okay. Why does that song chug really well? Like, that's really nice. very sporadic sprinkle of two-part harmony in there is really nice. Yeah, having the chorus drop come in one measure late is such an interesting touch. Oh, quickens the bridge, okay. Hello, vocal ad-libs. Mijoo looks so concerned. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, yo, that song's really good. Wait, that song's really good. Hold on a minute. Wait, is this show... Oh no, is this another show that's just got immaculate OSTs? I still need to watch, like, if we're talking about, like, shows that have good OSTs that I need to watch, like, King of the Land we covered was pretty closely down. I'm pretty sure we missed one song from the entire OST. Why do I have the sneaking suspicion My Lovely Liar is going to be the same way? Because the VBG one from last week was really good. This Woody one is also really good. Oh no. Oh no. I can't afford to get another show to get into. Oh. Okay, I will give it this though. Oh my goodness, the vibes are immaculate. There's a certain lightheartedness to it. There's a certain playfulness to it. It's a very casual light rock song. And just based off of the fact that it kind of looks like a rom-com in a way, oh, the combo is great. The combo is great. I love a cheesy rom-com, and the music that it accompanies is usually really good as well, and this is no exception. It's surprisingly well balanced. It's not too slow. It's a decently quick song, but it's not too fast. It's bright. But it's not like sugary bright at all. But it's not dark and depressing either. It's a really nice middle of the road, like casual romantic love interest storyline based light rock song, and I love that. Also, peep the vocals one time. The vocals really fitting for this type of music. And the double guitars. Oh, I'm gonna love a double guitar part. They're both fairly clean electric guitar parts, but they work together really well. Like that. I like that a lot. I can see why this came highly recommended. Up next, Miss Sejeong one time. Oh, it has been a long time since I've been able to hear Sejeong. In fact, is this technically the first time that we've listened to Sejeong on the channel? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. But Sejeong, it has been so long since I've listened to Sejeong's voice, and I'm so excited. She made kind of like a special appearance for me in a way, because I didn't know she was on the show, the Uncounted Counter 2, but when we checked out Gravity's OST for the show last week, I just remember seeing her pop. I was like, oh, hey, that's Sejeong. And now, she's done an OST for the show as well, which is very exciting, because of course, she can do both. Very fun times. Sejeong. I can't wait for her solo comeback. It's been so long since we've had Sejeong studio music. But as besides the point, this is the OST Saturday. So this is Once Again by Miss Sejeong for the show, The Uncanny Counter 2, which she is part of the cast for. So let's check it out. Here we go. Is it going to be a little bit like dreamy? It's not upbeat for sure, but is it possibly a little bit dreamy? 'Cause that's my favorite Sejeong music, is like the dreamy Sejeong music. It's a song in 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
잠들지 못한 너의 기억을 내 가슴 속에
The way she's able to slide back and forth between this breathy high tone and her more power laced, like true high chest voice is so nice. Oh, skip down the register a little bit. This chorus is just peak Sejeong, and I love it. I love that she keeps going down the register to end the phrases. It's so nice. Have a little run. There's her powerful high tone. Ooh, the breathy borderline whistle. And a resolution at the end. Yes, 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 absolutely. Gosh, I love her dreamy vocals. I love when she gets all light and breathy like that on certain notes. Oh, yes. And I also love a good ballad in 3 too. I like ballads, I think, in regardless if they're written in 3/4 time, 6/8 time, 4/4 time, whatever it may be, I'm going to like it. Just that's a personal preference thing. I love a ballad. But something about a song that's written in 3 just gives it a different kind of sensation when you listen to it. Any song written in 3, kind of regardless of what the pacing of the song is, you're gonna feel a gentle like lilt to it, a little rocking back and forth action. Just the way the song is always written when it's in 3, there's no really even way to divide 3, right? You can't divide 3 into 2 evenly. You get a remainder. Well, if you're treating it as whole numbers. You get my point. You can't divide 3 into 2 evenly by using whole numbers. So because of it, in music, there's no really even way to divide it unless you go to every first major beat in the measure. So by having 2 beats in the middle instead of like 1 or 3, it gives it a little bit of like a swinging action back and forth, almost like a little skip. And especially when Sejeong had like the little runs where she's going up and down the scale, she doesn't run from the top to the bottom note or the bottom note to the top note. She skips down the scale, kind of like what the song is naturally doing, just dun da da dun da da dun da da, and she's using that motif in the vocal part that's being sung, and I love little details like that. Sejeong, I missed your voice. I do wonder what this studio length album is gonna be like from her. Because we've had a couple of OSTs, I'm pretty sure, since her last studio release, and that was 2, 3 years ago now, I think. I was listening to Skyline the other day on my way home from the post office, and that was a really good song. A little bit more upbeat, but also maintaining that kind of dreamy vibe that Sejeong does really well, in my opinion. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, Mr. Joohoney 100 one time. He's currently off in the military now. He has officially enlisted. I think what Minhyuk enlisted, Shonu's back, Joohon left for the military, and now I believe Kihyun goes off in a few days' time, because this was recorded on the 19th. Pretty sure he goes off towards the end of the month somewhere, so best of luck to all of the guys away on service. Hopefully Joohon is doing well. But he has done an OST in the meantime titled Hip Hop for the show Behind You Touch, which I believe this is a new show. I think this might be OST Part 1, if I'm not mistaken. I probably should start labeling those on my, like, I always keep a little notepad document every week. But, yeah, we'll figure it out once we hit play on it. Joohon OST is always an interesting can of worms because you don't know quite what you're going to get. The song title, like hip hop, I reckon this might be Joohon in his element. But are we going to get something a little bit out of the box from him? Who knows? Let's find out. Yes, it is part 1.
Yeah. Dr. Rear View. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what you want, nigga.
He's in his element.
심장이 막 뛰어 내 앞길 앞에 넘어지더라도 당장 뛰어 불러짜리 타네 언제나
He's having a lot of fun with this.
새로운 감각이 머리를 지배해 손 꽉 쥐어 Let's make it run 달리는 바람같이 Let's make it burn 불타는 태양같이 너는
A little too far vocal.
Don't stop this time 건 더 이상 I can't get it
Whoa, very interesting breakdown. Oh, Step took it more aggressive on that 4th time around. Quick on the cadence.
Let's make it run 달리는 바람같이 Let's make it burn 불타는 태양같이 너는 non-stop Don't stop this time 건 더 이상 I can't get it Dr. Real View Yeah, 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 yeah Hip-hop 내가 잡는 동시 합주기 shit
Oh, I thought we were gonna get one more bar at the end there. Nah, he's just like, nah, I'm gonna give you one line, boom, I'm out. That is mic drop moment at the end, just like, boom, I'm done, I'm out, peace. No, that's very much Joohon in his element. And that element, unfortunately, isn't my strong suit in terms of like how to talk about it, but I'll try my best. I love the flow switches. I usually call it cadence when it comes to like the melody, if it was like a melodic top line. But I'll call it flow for now. The flow he maintained throughout all like all 3 verses is easy to follow, but also kind of exciting at the same time. Like the way he kind of accents certain words, certain syllables, the tonality of it, where he kind of maybe gives it a little bit of extra sass on the last word in the line, whether he takes it up, just kind of sends it up a little bit, or even like cranks up the intensity, goes angry in the last word. It was, I think, was the second verse where or at least the second half of the second verse, where his cadence or his flow, sorry, wasn't restricted to the four measure or the two measure kind of blocks, but instead it was like one continuous note. I think that's so cool. I don't I never understood how rappers took their breath on fast flows like that, as they don't really give themselves any time to breathe. And, pushing the syllable counts that they do when they have a long continuous verse like that, I never quite understood where they got the breath support from, but I'm never gonna complain. Mr. Joohoney 100, spitting fire in the booth. Also, the premise of the show is wild. At least from the little clips that were on it. Don't know what the show's about, but I'm intrigued nonetheless. Next up, Nvee from BLACKSWAN. Didn't know they were having an OST. This showed up this morning when I was getting the list ready. This is One More Time for Love After Divorce in USA. And this looks like OST Part 4, so this show's been around for a little bit. Never heard of the show. Didn't even know it existed. Didn't know this OST was being released. But here we are. I don't know if BLACKSWAN have ever had an OST offer from anybody or have done and released an OST for a project before, but having picked up on them since what was it? BLACKSWAN's Karma a little while ago. No, they've been on the radar a little bit, and I saw their name pop up. Well, one member out of the four, but one member from BLACKSWAN pop up. I'm like, all right, let's add it to the list. So, here we go.
I think I wanna text to you. I wanna know how I feel about you. Call me one more time. Alright, come here, I wanna tell a secret. Let's spend the night together right here. Oh baby, one more time. Oh, I can't stop the feeling right this moment. Close your eyes, I wanna see your face. Can't stop loving you right this minute. You come over and stay by me one more time. Oh, I want you one more time.
I was wondering if we were gonna get a subtle harmony in there.
Oh,
Nice.
call me one more time. I think I wanna see you
Quick transition into the second verse.
I wanna
Okay.
see your smile again here. Call me one more time. Alright, come here, I wanna tell you something. I miss you more than I can say. Oh baby, one more time. Oh, I can't stop the feeling right this moment. Close your eyes, I wanna see your face. Can't
The song
stop
kind of
loving you
progresses on
right
its own
this
so well.
minute. You come
I haven't paid
over
attention to
and
the fact that if
stay
there's a
by me
pre-chorus or
one
not.
more time.
The natural progression and flow of this song is really nice.
My heart beats only for you now. Right here, right now, come to my heart. I miss you more than you know. Please call me, call me, call me one more time. Why am I talking like this? I don't know what's wrong with me. Can you feel me? Look into your mind. Oh baby, one more time. I can't stop the feeling right
Nice little
this
vocal slide.
moment. Close your eyes,
Nothing too exuberant, just enough to add a little bit of color to it, a little bit of flair.
Right this minute. Come over here and hug me one more time. Oh, I want you one more time. Oh, call me one more time.
Oh, and let the reverb ring a little bit. I'm not sure if it was all reverb or if there was a second vocal part in it, but I do quite like the kind of almost stacked vocal part that was on this. The twinkling synths are very nice. I'm never going to complain about a synth part, really. I think the entire song as a whole just has such a consistent flow from start to finish. Not flow as in kind of like, rap verses, but flow as in how the song kind of just continues going. You can listen to it, you just hit play on the song, it plays, and it kind of just keeps going no matter what happens. And there aren't too many obstructions that are in the song, whether it's like moment of musical silence or an extra instrumental part, maybe a breakdown. There's none of that. It's just once the song starts, it goes. And because of it, it's a really easy song to listen to. Nothing too like abrasive or complicated. The vocal part is very nice. I like that once you get into the chorus, you get a little bit of a vocal harmony part going on as well. I do like a good vocal harmony. It kind of sparkles a little bit once you get that second vocal part behind the main top line with Nvee. I do wonder what the premise of the show is. Because I don't know like what the context that this song is being used for just based off of listening to it. Sometimes in the OST you can kind of picture how a song is going to be used just based off of the vibes. This one, I'm not so sure like what the vibes are in association to the show, which is intriguing because I mean the only way to figure out how the song is being used in the show is to watch the show. But it's like it has lounge jazz tendencies, this song. Like I could definitely hear the song being put on a swing type beat, like a dun 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 dun, like that kind of beat with this top line, and it would be so smooth. It almost sound like 1930s Americana in a way. Just a little something my brain decided to come up with there, but this is nice. This is nice. Okay, I'm gonna need to reference the sheet. Yes, we are back with My Lovely Liar. Fortunately, we don't have an MV for this. Maybe we might get one after I'm done recording this. But this is Miss Mijoo, who has now gone solo. Still the variety queen that she is, but has gone solo in terms of her music. I quite like Movie Star. Movie Star was a very good song. But she's done an OST now. So this is Mijoo's My Heart Says for the show. Of course, My Lonely Liar OST Part 3. Which means we really truly have covered all 3 parts of the OST so far for this show. So I may have to watch it. But here we go. Hello, string section. Nice to see ya. Pretty diverse instrument range so far.
나조차 내 맘 모르게 숨겨왔는데 발끝까지 뻗어봐도 닿지 않을 텐데 다 알고 있다고
Hello, cello section.
참아낼 수 있다고
Shoulder strings coming in. I thought we were going to get a little bit more electric instruments. It's almost entirely acoustic so far. That she stayed in that breathy tone even though the notes got a little bit lower. Nice musical interlude.
미워요 왜 이제야 나타나서 사랑 따윈
The choice of both a cello and a shoulder string section is really smart for Mijoo, I think, because her voice isn't extraordinarily high, so having background instruments that are on both sides of her vocal range I think is really clever.
그대 사랑 안에서 그대 가슴 안에서 다른 누군가 아닌 단 하나의 나의 길 세상 가장 어려운 것은 내 마음이 하는 일 그대 멀리서 바라보는 일인 것 같아 모른 척 눈 감아보려 해도 결국 어쩔 수
There's the electric guitar.
없나 봐 자꾸 가슴이 내게 시키니까 그대를 말하니까
Oh,
그대 이름
send it up high one time, Mijoo. Hell yeah.
의미가 되고 다른 사람이 아닌 단 하나의 그대죠 세상 가장 참기
Yeah, a little bit loud.
내 마음이 하는 말 그대 등 뒤로 남겨둔 그말 사랑해요
Nice. The way the song just petered off at the end there. And end with the major home chord. Very nice. Very nice. I was wondering, right as we got around to that second chorus, how high Mijoo was gonna get vocally. I am very pleasantly surprised. I'm very pleasantly pleased. Pleasantly pleased, that makes sense. Yes, I'm very pleased with the range that she went with that. Oh, that high note was. Ooh, you can feel all of that. And yeah, I love the mix of the instrumentation in this. Like, lower tone vocalists kind of have that to their advantage in that a lot of times, especially when it comes to the female vocalist, is their vocal range can almost exceed that of a string instrument in that when you have an instrument in an instrumental track, it's always going to be biased towards the back of the mix because, well, you know, if there's a vocal part singing on top of it, that's like front and foremost. So even if technically the notes the instruments are playing, especially the shoulder strings, are, if you read them on like a keyboard layout or something like that, not like an actual musical keyboard layout, maybe the shoulder strings are playing notes that are higher than what the vocalist is singing. You don't perceive it that way because the vocalist is further forward in the mix. But with a vocalist like Mijoo, who has a little bit of a lower vocal tone, the fact that she has incorporated both a cello part or cello section and a shoulder string section, and she kind of just, apart from that bridge section where she popped off on the high note, sat right in the middle of the two. Maybe sometimes biased a little bit towards the shoulder strings, naturally, but the fact that she found this little, like, buffer zone in between the two string instruments and just kind of sat between it and let the high strings do the high string thing, low string do the lower string thing, and then just, she used her middle lower range voice for the most part and just sat comfortably in between the two and made it work really well. It's very nice, very nice. And I love the way the song swells too. It just keeps growing and growing, and then of course you get to that bridge and you get the all the strings, you get the acoustic guitar, you get the electric guitar hopping in on it as well. Mijoo's range kind of bursts through the ceiling. It's like, yeah, this is it. Love that. Love the music. Okay, this show is 3 for 3 when it comes to OSTs. Also, good to know. How many more are we gonna get? But we move on. This is song number 6 on the OST Saturday Marathon for this week. This is Mr. Jeong Sewoon, singer-songwriter, Jeong Sewoon. I'm going to keep saying that. It's one of like the running jokes from game caterers, and I just find it very funny considering the fact that he really just kind of went full idol mode on that show and during the random play dance part, even though he's very much a singer-songwriter, and it's like I love how just the way they kept pushing that, it's been ingrained into my memory. But Seung with another OST. It's been a little while since we've had Seung on OST Saturday, but it's always a pleasant surprise. He's an artist that I'm waiting to kind of jump in properly on. I'm hoping he has a studio release of some sort coming soon. But in the meantime, I'll take some OST. So this is Memory from the drama Longing for You now. I don't know how fresh this show is. I don't know if this is a show that's been around for a little while or if this is new. But Seung's voice is kind of smooth in a way. It's like kind of chill, kind of mellow, but also really smooth. And he can throw in a little bit of flair in it as well. So I'm very excited for it. Here we go. There it is. There's that tone of his. Hello, two-part harmony.
떠오르는 그날의 기억이 수많은 날 기다려도 지워지지 않는 건 쉴 새 없는 하루를 살아도 산병이 떠올라 멀어져가는 시간들 돌아갈 순 없어도 너를 떠나 보내야 했던 그 기억에 살아.
Oh. I don't know what it was about that melodic progression, but I really like that. So the electric band instruments paired with the acoustic string instruments. Interesting aesthetic, I like it. This is not a song that's not very ballady, like there's a little bit of ballad to it. But it's not like super sappy, super slow. And yet they managed to interweave, you know, pretty classical string section, at least shoulder string section, and band instruments pretty well. And straight into the bridge. Electric guitar, I wish I'd gotten a little bit more shine on that. Yeah, I love the way that chorus melody goes. It's such a natural way to finish the chorus, but it works so well. Oh, it ended on, is that a minor 7 to end it on? Oh, I love the fact that it ends on kind of a funky chord at the end there too. That's very nice. Oh, Sewoon, I love your voice, man. Oh my goodness. He's got a lot of range, but doesn't need a whole lot of power to use it, and I think that's really cool. He's he doesn't have a very like bass heavy voice either, which I think even more enhances the kind of sparkle in his tone, especially once you get into the higher ranges. Very nice. That chorus melody though, I don't know what it is about it. It's very satisfying to listen to. Like it's very easy on the ears. It's exactly how kind of I expect the melody to go. And maybe that's why I'm enjoying it so much, is because it's exactly as I predicted and he sings it exactly how I want him to sing it. That's nice. Shout out the session guitarist on this though, because he's doing it. I'm not gonna assume they were doing their thing on it. Unfortunately, it got kind of pushed back in the mix a little bit. I would have liked to hear the guitar solo a little bit more. Maybe if we had gotten a guitar solo part on the bridge, like an extended bridge after we had Sewoon on the vocal part, might have been interesting, and we could have heard it properly. But very, very, very small detail that I'm nitpicking on right there. I mean, the facts. The song is over 3.5 minutes long, so I can't really complain about the fact that the song isn't longer. So, yeah, no real qualms from me for this one. I like it. And finally, we are back with the variety show that I still have not managed a place to watch. Bro and Marble, the real-life Korean Monopoly game being played in Dubai with a whole lot of people on it. This show has had a solid list of contestants on the show, who all of whom have done OSTs on so far, I think. Like, we've had the 17 boys, Hoshi and Shua have been on this. We had actor Yoo Yeon-suk with Ki-hyun last time, and then we get Mr. Lee Seung-gi on. Is he alone on this one? I'm not sure, but yeah. But this is Well Done Guys, or Well Done Guys, with, of course, proper punctuation and things like that for the show Bro and Marble. So here we go.
저기 낯설은 작은 골목길 그 옆엔 처음 보는 높은 가로등 처음 내디딘 발걸음 따라 한참을 나 이렇게 걸어가 본다 매일 반복되던 내 하루에
This makes me wonder, is the show over, and is this why the song's called Well Done Guys? Because this kind of feels like a finale song in a way. The high vocals. Is that a wind? It's a wind-blown instrument of some sort. Very nice. Nice texture to it.
내겐 특별해 오늘도 이렇게 걸어가 본다 가끔 길을 잃고 헤맬 때면 웃으면서 좀 더 천천히 지친 하루를 반겨주던 노을빛 수고했어요 우리 네가 있어 참 다행이야 가끔은 넘어져도
like he gets up to that high tone. It sounds so easy the way he's singing it. Oh. Love a long shutter star photograph like that. Oh, I love that. That acoustic guitar was actually a lot more firmer than I thought it was going to be at the end there. Oh, but that was really nice. That's very nice. It's a very comforting song in a way. It does feel like an ending song in a way, but it feels like an ending song where it's been a long journey, a lot of fun's been had. Maybe like a like end the night party. That made no sense. It's like the kind of song I'd imagine. Let me try that again. The kind of song I would imagine, long day out, come back, final thing on the event docket is to go to a restaurant, have a nice meal, have a nice dessert, have a couple drinks, and this is the soundtrack of this of whatever happens between, everyone's in a food coma, everyone's drunk, leaving the restaurant, getting into the taxi or some mode of transit, back to the hotel. Is this vibe just reminiscing on the good events of the past kind of vibes? And I really like that. And Lee Seung-hee's voice, man, very cool. Never really listened to his music before. Never really heard of like his singing tone like in this way, in this fashion before. Very interesting. There's like an almost buzz in his tone that makes it really interesting to listen to, especially once he kind of throws in a little bit of power and a little bit of range in there as well. It's like it resonates a little bit differently to vocalists that I'm used to listening to. So very interesting indeed. But that is it for this week's marathon of OSTs that have dropped in the past week. Of course, there's more OSTs out there in the world that we didn't check out. So if you are one of those people who does enjoy an OST or want to get into a little bit of music that you might not really listen to for, give OSTs a shot. They're always a great time. But that is it from me today with OST Saturday, and that is it from me for a little while with OST Saturday, unfortunately. This has become one of my favorite series that we've had on the channel to do, and we've been doing it for 33 straight weeks, but unfortunately, when you're a moving house, you can't really avoid that, so it's unfortunate, but real life does come first, and hopefully the move goes well, all things considered. I don't have too much stuff to move, it's just a matter of getting it moved in the first place, but OST Saturday, while it will be taking a little bit of a break, will be back once I am settled down in a new place. I can guarantee you that, because OSTs, they deserve the love. They deserve the attention. And unfortunately, they don't get it because they're, part of a show that maybe someone might not watch. They're not a full-on studio release from the artist, so I'm gonna miss this. It's been a lot of fun, and it will continue to be a lot of fun. But one final time, at least from OST Saturday's point of view, thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to maybe brighten up someone else's day to day. Know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waddles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.